Well, hello everyone. Here we are again by video, and oh, how we wish we could see you face to face, but that's coming soon. We've been moving around to all different locations here in the church just to kind of give you all a bird's eye view of what's here, and some of you haven't been in all these places, and perhaps this is a very unfamiliar place. We call it the maintenance room. And I'm standing right now between two very important lift pumps. And we're located right beneath the Mary Martha room. And I hope after this video it doesn't make you afraid to be in the Mary Martha room. But let me just tell you a little bit about these important pumps. You can see there are two pipes here. That means there are actually two pumps in each of these vats. These vats are 8 feet deep. They're about 5 feet across. And this particular one lifts the storm drain from the roof over the Mary Martha room. So when the water pours into the drain over the roof, by the way, the roof over the Mary Martha room is flat. So it is a large surface and it drains a lot of water. It goes into this tank, and then because it is lower than the sewer, it has to be pumped up and out. So that's what this particular pump does. You might be able to read this over here. This particular one is what we call the sanitary or the sewer pump. And because our bathroom on the lower level of our building is below the drain lines for the sewage system in the village, we have to pump our sewage from those bathrooms through this system into the sewer line. Now, you might be asking yourself, Pastor Bob, what are you doing sharing all this information about pumps and about the systems that we have here at the church? Well, partly I thought some of you might be interested in seeing some of this mechanism that you maybe didn't even know existed. But there's a spiritual reason for that. And I found a scripture verse that I thought actually led me to this idea to come here and talk to you about this. And it comes to us from God's word in the letter to the Hebrews. And this is the 2nd chapter. The author has been talking about Jesus and how important Jesus is, so important that he goes above and beyond all the other things that we read about in the Bible. And then he goes on to say this: for this reason, we must pay much closer attention to what we have heard, lest we drift away from it. And I want to emphasize that term, drift away from it, because we're not talking about just suddenly turning away or suddenly having it taken away. It's just that over a long period of time, we can begin to drift. And I think that's important in these moments of separation in which we're actually separated from being together as the body of Christ. So we don't want to drift away from what is important, what we have heard, in other words, the spoken word. For if the word spoken proved unalterable, and every transgression and disobedience received a just recompense, how shall we escape if we neglect so great a salvation? After it was at first spoken through the Lord, it was confirmed to us by those who heard, God also bearing witness with them, both by signs and wonders and by various miracles, and by the gifts of the Holy Spirit, according to his own will. So when I thought about these pumps, and I thought about the fact that we need to continuously listen closely to God's word, maybe especially in these times when we could be drifting away from it. And we're all familiar with the verse that says, Jesus takes away our worries and our weights. If you come to Jesus, then he will take away your burden, it says. And the burden sometimes I think is like the storms of life. They bring us worry and fear, and oh, how many opportunities we've had to be part of that during these quarantine times. But at the same time, we have sin in our life. And Jesus is willing to bear those burdens for us, both the worry and the fear and the sin in our lives. And so I hope this little parable of the pumps is helpful to you, and looking forward to seeing you very soon face to face. Until then, God bless.